Hello everyone! Na-find na natin yung museum and we try to reach. Ayan na ang museum, guys. Ayan. So on that attic there, ayan dito.
Every day I wake up, then I start to break up.
Dito,
Oh,
ang museum of the, ayan, Lord of the Attic.
Asa diri?
Ayan. So, papasok tayo dito. And, titignan natin kung anong nasa loob. Let's go! So, good morning. Nandito tayo sa Lord of the Attics. Ayan guys, meron silang mga souvenir items here. Meron tayong mga, ayan. Ayan. So, ayan. It's very, very nice. So, basically, ayan yung sila items. Ito yung mga nila. Yung nila. Which century this one? 17th century, right? Yeah, so that's amazing how they have preserved these things here. And actually, hindi pa masyado ito pinupuntahan ng mga tourists. So, if you happen to go to Amsterdam, try to visit this place kasi sobrang ganda ng history nito. So, you will handle this.
How you know, sir? Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Dito tayo, bababa tayo dito, guys. Dito daw ang entrance. So, slowly,
Unsa na diri day?
Ito yung yung naitago nila na simbahan ng Katoliko.
Pero
Yung 17th century. Alright, so meron tayo dito
English. Unsa mo?
baka bibigyan tayo. Ito, kuha tayo dito na
auto guide.
Auto guide. So,
automatic guide na siya.
Hindi, meron ka dito.
English.
Saan ang English?
English, auto guide. Take your auto guide. Oh, dear.
Ano yan? Ano to? Yeah, I think. Ay, sorry.
Step 1, you take 1. Then you choose your language.
Okay.
Which is your language?
English.
And then
I like that. Yeah.
Espanol?
No, English.
English.
Okay, so you put it here.
Okay.
You heard that it's English, then you start it here.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 steps.
Okay.
So here you have.
English.
That's fine.
Yes.
Alright, thank you, sir.
Just be sure that you have English listening, because it's catching many languages. Just hear what you're saying. Hear it.
Hear it.
Put it in your ears.
English?
Alright.
So then start it here.
And then you could start here.
I can adjust the volume, no?
Okay.
And then the emphasis here behind.
Okay.
Alright, sir. Thank you.
In the 16th century, so in 16th century, understand? Okay. So, hindi pala pwede dati. Bale, ito yung Okay. So, ito yung nila. So, from here tayo. So, nakuha pala sila ng mga Protestant dati. Okay, so dito ang entrance.
Pwede ako i-kuha.
Tanong ako,
pwede ako i-scan ulit. More really English.
Ako nga dito o bago. Okay. Ito, house churches. Okay.
Catholics were not the only ones with this problem. Lutherans, Baptists, Remonstrants, and Jews also had to hold their religious services
Ayan
within the
yun,
homes of
guys.
fellow believers.
So,
Everyone knew about these house churches, but so long as they were kept out of sight, they were tolerated.
Yun.
Europe was in the grip of religious conflicts. However, in free Amsterdam, people could do business, and it quickly grew into one of the biggest trading cities of the world. Merchants and tradesmen of all religions and
What's that?
nationalities came, along with ships filled
Kirk
with
Church.
grain and beer.
Ah, yes, scan mo na.
Was a Catholic from Germany.
ticket, oy, ticket.
Ah, ticket.
Asa man kanin is
Ah,
It
shit.
was Jan Hartman who bought the property here on the Oderside's Voorburg, and it was Jan Hartman who constructed in his
Tapos,
attic a
Alright.
magnificent
Guys, na tayo.
church that was invisible to the outside.
guguan lagi. Unsa na siya? Sa Church. Do.
While other house churches
Unsa
disappeared,
yung gano'n nga
the
building?
houses were
Once liver here.
renovated.
Also,
Jan Hartman's churches survive to this day, along with the interior, the most complete example of an Amsterdam house church in existence. Welcome to Our Lord in the Attic. You are about to visit a building that has stood for more than 4 centuries.
for
Welcome to the
century.
Museum Our Lord in the Attic. What makes this museum so special, and why is it called Our Lord in the Attic? Our story begins in the 16th century, when Amsterdam was a Catholic city full of churches and chapels and convents. At this time, the city was under Spanish rule, and all religious buildings were Catholic.
Catholic din siya dinidapit.
From the middle of the 16th century, resistance against Catholic Spain grew, culminating in a rebellion led by Prince William of Orange. Bit by bit,
4th century na nga
cities
building.
of the Netherlands joined this rebellion, and in
Unsa na siya?
1578, Amsterdam was taken over by Protestants in a bloodless
Paano na
revolution
siya magkuhan?
as the alteration.
Iskan?
The new city government seized all
Ah,
Catholic
welcome to
buildings and converted
Historic
them
Hub.
to Protestant.
Dili.
Welcome to
You know.
Welcome to this unique house story in the passing of how interesting the passing of Museum Our Lord in the Attic of the main house.
Front door of the main house.
Itself dates from the 17th century and is split into 2 parts. This used to be common for townhouses. If you look at old paintings left standing by the front door of the main house, the door itself dates from the 17th century. Looking out through the door, you would see the hustle and bustle be common for townhouses. If you
Pwede mo
look at
sa door.
old paintings of Amsterdam, you will sometimes see the top half of the door open, with the occupant leaning on the closed-bottom half. Looking out through the door, you will see the hustle and bustle of city life around the canal.
17th century
Now
din eh.
turn around and imagine you are entering the house. The first thing that will strike you is the grand doorway, painted to look like marble, which would have been seen by visitors as early as the
Ito yung
17th
kusina
century.
nila.
As you go into the house,
Painting.
notice how the ceilings become lower and the space narrower. Despite in the kitchen, one of the 2 small houses. This is how it would
Kitchen.
have looked in the 19th century, different time periods, coexisting in the same physical space. The hand-painted blue and white tiles are typically Dutch. The tiles on the side of the fireplace show animals.
Children's play. That was the other side showing the animals.
Where's the animals?
Yeah, like this. Showing the animals. You
Ah,
know,
here. Playing.
playing.
Oh, grabe, no? Na-preserve nila, no?
17th century daw ni. Buhayo na daw ni, no? 17th century. 1 century is 10 years, di ba?
10
Diba?
years, taka ka lang.
Pila? 20?
1917.
Ha?
1917, di ba?
This room was the kitchen for the main house. Compare its size with that of a previous kitchen, and you can get an idea of the difference in circumstances of its occupants. If you look around, you can see cups, plates, and cutlery, all of which were found in this house. In 2013, all of which were found, they discovered an old settlement which had been sealed.
Ano, nabuak ni.
Discovered preserving all these as a monument. Water in the canal was far from clean, so it was common for people to drink
Imported
beer.
bills.
The story behind the monument press.
Common na nila mag.
Ayan, paakyat na tayo. Ayan, watch your steps. Paakyat tayo dito.
Grabe, no? Very nice.
Not only to the first floor of this house, but to the 17th century, in the days when young Hartman was a merchant in the city. As you look around, you will see the same furniture and
Young
surroundings that
Hartman?
have been seen by visitors from bygone days. And if the room seem a little darker, well, that's how it would have been then too. By the way, mind your head as you go through the house. The doorways were built lower in those days as well. This is the parlor where Amsterdam merchant Jan Hartman greeted his guests. It was designed to give an immediate impression of wealth and was decorated in the style of Dutch classicism, which was popular of the sort that Hartman might have had. An essential principle
Sino ba si Young Hartman?
is that beauty is to be found in symmetry. Look carefully, and you will see this in many features of the room. The shape of the fireplace before you, for example, is reflected by the shape of the walnut cup. If you look back to the door through which you came in, you will see a second door on the other side of the same wall. A door that doesn't actually lead to anywhere. A door that doesn't actually lead to anywhere is to create symmetry in the interior design. This symmetry is also beneath your feet. The white marble was imported from Italy. The black marble was imported from Belgium. And the slab marble from Belgium. And the slab.
There is a speakers to. There sa akitas tayo.
Okay?
Oo. Kasunod sa akit tayo.
Okay, dito. Sige, mauna ka. Grabe na, oh.
Saan na dyan?
This is one of the rooms which the merchant family would have occupied in the 17th century. With its view over the canal. This is one of the rooms which the merchant's family would have occupied in the 17th century. With its view over the canal and windows offering plenty of daylight, it would probably have functioned as a living room.
May bed dito, oh.
Fabric hanging from the walls created a warmer atmosphere than the
Huh?
usual
May
plain
bed.
white plaster would. And stoves, like the one near the wall, looked at a common way of creating literal warmth. However, at night it would have functioned as a bedroom. And if you look to the left of the door, you will see a box bed. This kind of bed was common at the time, and during the day the curtains would have been closed. People slept leaning against the pillows rather than lying down. When you leave this room, take care as you go down the stairs. There are only
Seriously,
two
Jacob.
staircases in this house that have survived from the 17th century intact, and the oak staircase from this room is the only one open to find out more about the paintings. To find out more about young Hartman's family, to find out more about the paintings, Press to find out more. On this wall, and two paintings by masters, a rocky stream painted by Jakob and Rasta,
Sarado na ni Del.
painted by Jakob.
Ah,
There is also a painting by Cornelis de Vos, which shows three girls doing needlework by candlelight.
candlelight.
Worried because their father does not have the money for their dowries. They might end up having to become prostitutes. However, St. Nicholas throws 3 bags of money in through the window. One thing
Ano, 17th century.
take a look through the window
Pero na-upgrade naman siguro ni.
and you can see a bedroom.
Ano?
There is another box
Wala.
bed, so typical of the 17th century. And if you look to the side of this window, you can see a shutter which can close off the view of this room. The side room. This was important. There was another, the stairs that he would climb to get 17th century. Also, that if you look to the side of these worshippers would climb, see a shutter to attend mass close off the view of this room. As they went past the shuttered window, climb to the church in order to attend mass upstairs. As they went past the shuttered window, there was a small stone font in the wall where they could dip their fingers into holy water, then cross themselves on their way to the church.
Oh,
Wow, amazing. Grabe.
this is magkano di eh.
Of museum, our Lord in the house churches, an authentic house church restored to how it would have appeared in 1862. To find out why this church was young Hartman began construction of the church in 1662, and it was finished the following year. 85 years earlier, the alteration had made Amsterdam a Protestant city, but as this entire church was effectively invisible to the outside world, city officials tolerated its existence. Merchants like Hartman were important to the economy of the city. If you look, you will see how the space lies in the tender cutting through the top 3 floors of 3 houses. Wooden beams were sawn through, and whole sections of floor removed. A massive These iron tie beams played a key role in making sure the whole structure was around 50 foot after the shortening of the central beam. Visitors came and went via the staircase which is climbed, which led down to a door that opens out into the alley to the side. It came into the possession of this museum. The altar, and you can see an impressive painting showing the baptism of Christ. There is also a book on a lectern near the base, which contains the correct prayers, chants, and instructions for Catholic services. And near the ceiling is a sculpture of God the Father, which was installed during the 18th century. You may also notice that the columns are actually wooden and painted
Pwede mo,
to look
yeah.
like marble. When the building was turned into a museum in the late 19th century, the church interior was a shade of yellow. The altar was white with black. For the current restoration,
Pwede mo,
the decision was made to restore the church to how it would look at around 1862, a working 19th century church containing objects from over 2 centuries. It was painted a shade of purple, based on research done on the layers of paint for current restoration. If you look at the wall to the right of the altar, at about eye level, you will see small rectangles where these layers have been containing objects from this kind of research was done at the wall to the right of the altar. The church was lit using gas lamps, and if you look along the gallery, you will see that these have also been reconstructed. One characteristic of a Catholic church is that the altar takes the central place, whereas in a Protestant church, the pulpit is in the center. This church does have a pulpit. If you look along the gallery, it's difficult to see.
Yan pala yan.
Why is that? Because it is carefully told out of a Catholic
Huh?
church.
Paano nila naitago?
If you go to that
Oh,
site,
kabaw eh.
you can see a short film which shows how it gets through.
Paano niya natago?
This church does have a
Next road, guys. Saka na dire. Pwede magsaba-saba. Verbolg. Oh, ito si Jesus. Ito yung
No Catholic church is completely out of order, and here is the organ for Our Lord in the Attic. It was made by Henry Mayer and dates from 1794. You can see his monogram above the keyboard. The hand-painted writing next to the knobs show the different tones
Sabi,
that
oh,
one can play, and
piano
heavily
nila.
covered on the sideboard.
Bagay na magtingog-tingog ka rin.
Ang bawal.
Huh?
By the way, you may notice that there is no rope
Tingog-tingog
hanging
ka.
from the ceiling. This was not a modern church bell. This was used
Very
in
old piano.
Bagay nilang piano.
straight up
Lagi
into the
yung
attic
mga
for storage.
instruments. Oh.
To hear more organ music, press to hear more organ music. For information about the painting, press B. To hear more organ music, press A. For information about the painting, press B.
Diba?
Stripped of its possessions,
Hindi na siya makita kaya kayo.
to Protestant.
Puti ng lugaya. Pero
Loss of such
sa
churches
actual makita ni mga
is
hiyang,
the reason this church existed.
kuhan siya ka na guys.
To see the church's present,
Kanang,
simply look
kanang,
over the balcony rail.
nagpasaan sa cross
For
si
over 200
Jesus.
years, this was a
Ano
working
kani
church
siya dere
where
yung
people
sa mga dere.
regularly came to worship
Ah,
despite
so
laws
kaya
and
lang
laws.
pero mga na siya guys, mga na siya painting lugay na kay 17th century.
For the wealth, you would be able to glimpse this church's past and present. Here's the sacristy, the place where the priest would prepare himself for holy mass. In the shallow cupboard to the right, the altar, the traditional vestment of the priest, which was once
Ang mga nila kung sinini sa una, no?
objects used in worship by Amsterdam's
Ang kuya ko yung mga sinini sa una guys.
We
Bawal.
have reconstructed a chest of drawers known in
Ano
Dutch
ba kita
as
ko?
a credenscast.
So,
This stands
ano
before
ko
you
nga.
and has been
Yun,
recreated to
grabe
show
lang mga
us
sinina sa una guys.
to see the church
Pero dunot na yung kanit. Karoon na.
crucifix and candlesticks, which emphasize the religious character of the place. And if you look above the tiny window, you will see a dove
Morning
representing
lang
the
yung
place.
pag-gamitan sa mga siya. Nasa pare
For
na.
more information about the
Morning lang ibot
liturgical
lang.
vestments, press A. Across the galleries, through the windows on the other side, you may be able to see the tower and dome.
Yeah, kanina sa man siya. Morning lang sinina sa una. Grabe lang mga sinina.
In 1886, the Church of St. Nicholas was built.
Kung saan ang ayuan,
Traditional vestments of the priest,
mag-prepare ang mga priest
objects used in worship,
during
based on evidence from
mag-start na siya sa mass. So, dito siya mag-prepare.
condensed. This actually and being created to store ceremonial objects. Standing upon it are a crucifix and candlesticks, which emphasize the religious character of the place. And if you look above the tiny window,
Nandito na tayo sa pinakatuktok ng attic. So, this is the attic, guys.
this is part of the attic, right near the front of the house facing the canal. Here is where young Hartman stored his linen and other stuff. If you stand on the wooden platform to the left as you came in, and you look up, you will see an opening in the ceiling covered with a sheet of glass. Look through that glass, and you can see the original pulley wheel that was used to hoist the linen up. On the nearby screen is a short film where you can see how this pulley system works. Now if you look
Pero kanina
behind,
makita niyo sa una sa mga kuwan, mga karaan na.
through the small window. If you can imagine, over the rooftops, the masts of ships
Attic.
in place of the new buildings and skyscrapers, you will have a pretty clear picture of what it was like back in the 17th century. Amsterdam was a thriving, prosperous city. The East India Company was trading at the height of its
Ang maot nung yung kuwan.
Holland built more ships than any other nation in the world. Nothing was near that. The golden age of Holland. To continue the route, take the stairs back down and make your way along the gallery to the rooms behind the altar. Now if you look behind, you will see a fine view of Amsterdam
Yeah.
through the small window.
Yan o.
Dili di ay
Ang
ang mga supplies.
supply sa,
Dili oh,
supply sa,
gikan sa baba.
Back in the 17th century,
asa?
Amsterdam
Dili is i-donor.
Gikan sa baba?
Hmm.
Bisan gikan sa baba.
Nauniti.
ships than any other
Dili
nation.
oh.
Not for nothing,
I-play ng kuan video.
the golden age of Holland. To
Ah,
take the stairs back down and make your way along the gallery to the rooms behind the altar.
di sila mang ubos? Di sila manaog?
Red light district. Ayan guys. Grabe. Amazing masyado. Very old.
Continue.
Wala na, di rin na ta. Huwag man sa dito. Gagmay kay hagdanan, my God.
Baka may slide ko. Dapat ihinay-hinay niya. Magkupti. Magkupot ka kasi diri, oh. Ikwentas mo ganang imong kuan. Ala. Ikwentas na. Ayaw mo ba ganyan yung music? Yung... Ano sa siya, Mama Mary na?
This is the Maria
Ha?
the place where the devotees of Mary, Mother of Jesus, is venerated above all other saints. There are this is the Maria churches.
Ah, Maria Chapel.
She holds the baby Jesus and assists in standing Elizabeth's prayers and ritual at her feet, and in the cabinet before you are some of the objects which are used. Going from left to right, they are as follows. There is a censer with an incense burner, which holds the incense. Rituals. When it is burned, the smoke of the incense represents the prayers of the faithful.
Light.
Going from left to right,
Hmm?
there is a chalice,
Ah,
which holds
Alice.
the
Kalis.
censer
Yun yung
with an
kalis.
incense burner.
Alice.
And next to
Yeah.
that is a ciborium,
Incense.
which burns the red way the incense
Ito yung ano.
represents the prayers of the
Nilagay ang
voices.
mga...
Christ is present in the form of there is a chalice, which holds the wine. There is a bell, which the old boy rings. Is the confessional box of the church, first installed in the 18th century. The pillars of the Catholic faith used to stand for confession is one, and when it was removed, the priest of the discovered the door covered here the confession of his parishioner would be kneeling in the box on the right, 1860 to 1880. The confession last year's the house functioned as a church determined penance for the absolution of all parishioners as produced in this way. A person would always have a pure relationship with God. The former another Catholic sacrament is baptism. This baby is baptized with Holy Eucharist for a church room. And if you look to the right as a confession box, you can see a simple font which was used for this ritual. Silverware actually used in the abbot used to stand on sanctuary.
Oo.
And when it was fine workmanship, the museum discovered a door covered with the stands in stark contrast to the simple interior of the church. 1860 is essentially for the altar. Last year's the house function. Among other objects, you can see a magnificent containers produced in the consecrated house might be. This example is near also chalices. The box decorated with
Magnificent.
other with a cover showing the lamb of which was
Magnificent. Ito yung magnificent. Ito yung...
in the middle. To know more about the liturgical silverware, press A. This infrequent silverware was actually used in the Attic church during the last century. This room has been fine workmanship house of the local architecture's parliamentary stands in Residavaries Trust Church. At the far side, you can see the reconstruction of a box made with slab under your feet. In the 17th century, this downstairs area was divided into three sections. The first section near the windows was a workplace and opened out through the doors onto the alley church. The alley is quite dark, so the windows have been set high to let in as much light as possible. The second section is the kitchen area, which lies before you next to the stairs over the lounge. In the past, dinner would have been cooked over the fire in the fireplace, and this area would probably have been the centre of the house. On the other side of the kitchen is a doorway to the third section, a scullery, where clothes and dishes were washed. Water would have been pumped into the basin, probably the only source of water in the house. To the left of the door is a very small prison, which would be flushed using a bucket. To find out more
Look.
about the archaeological
Roger,
objects,
no?
press A.
Ano to? 17th century kitchen?
This downstairs area was divided into 3 sections.
Hmm.
In the house,
Pwede na ka magkupo.
the place you are
Ha?
wondering how many Catholic house churches there were, where they used to be, and whether there are more objects to be seen, you can find the answers here.
Look, magnificent. Oh. Magnificent din ang tawag nila. Screechbird. Screechbird. Silver. Monster 1842. Grabe, no? Grabe, no? Nandiyan mo na siya. Tawagan. Three Silverin. Relic holders medallions. Ito pala yung ito pala yung
Wala ito na video. Sa mo ni siya ang among giato ang
areo.
so
I-3D mo.
ano siya. Ayun. So dito ay ito yung merong piano banda. Yan. And then, so amazing.